It says we're live.
Yay!
7 seconds worth.
I don't remember the last time we went live, Robert. Do you?
I
Hmm.
don't know.
Well, being it's been a while, I'm just going to let everyone know that I'm Holly.
And I'm not.
And you know how we like to start this off.
Yes, that's very true. Here we go.
I love you.
With a kiss. We're going to try and go live at 4:20, which is when
we like to go live.
We like to go live.
Do you want to tell everyone why? I mean, not everyone
because
knows
it was
420.
because
it was a clue on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy,
right?
Right.
It was a clue on Jeopardy. That's so cool. Yeah, it was like 2 by 2s, right? The wood, like they said, they were combining
it was a before
answers.
And after
before and after
question.
Oh,
and it was like
lumber,
something about lumber, like, but the answer was 2 by 420. So it was like the clue was like a piece of wood, piece of lumber, twice the width,
and then they
by
mentioned
the height,
the day
and the time of day or date that important to cannabis culture or cannabis user.
It's kind of cool. So, how you been?
I've been okay. How you been?
I've been great.
Good.
You know what I can't believe?
How tall I am.
No, listen, for those of you that don't know, Robert is 5'9" and 11 12ths. That is what he reported to me when we first met. And he actually said it again when we're on the pickleball courts.
Yes.
You said something about the height.
I say a lot on the pickleball court.
That's true. So, by the way, there's a lot new going on in our lives. And like we wrote in our post, right? Every twist and turn in life is an opportunity to experience something new. So it's whether learning something new about yourself, your talents, your skills, opportunities. You really don't know. What is your favorite quote? It says that, right? With the path. What is the quote?
Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail.
Right. Which means
that
the world's your oyster.
Right. So it's been a year.
June 22nd on my half birthday. It's a year since
we own this place.
And
we didn't quite move in yet a year ago, but we spent, once we took ownership,
right?
We spent a lot of time.
Once we closed, let's put it that way. Once we closed, and it was
in the real estate,
all about in the real estate world. Right. We, did a few improvements around the house.
Right, but one of the things, and I want to get to this for a reason, I'll tell you in a moment. But so way back when, 30 plus years, when we moved to Livingston, it was like, I grew up born in Brooklyn, grew up in Staten Island, lived in Bayonne, kind of urban, places. So moved to Livingston, we had a really nice backyard. Any of you who've followed our lives has seen it many a times that we've been in our backyard. And so one of the things that I always talk about, I always tell this story because I think it's hysterical when I look back. So Livingston has a lot of deer, big deer population, right? So it made it difficult to grow stuff, especially vegetables and things like that. And when we first moved in, I look out in the backyard one day and there's, 6 deer in the backyard.
Lying on the
I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were doing, but they were there.
Well, they
I
started,
didn't expect them to be
over
there.
the years. But go ahead.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi,
I didn't expect them to be there. So I called the police. Now, I didn't call 911. I called the non-emergency line. And I said, excuse me, but I have like 6 deer in my backyard and there's no woods around. And I don't know what I should do. And he starts to laugh and he says, did you just move to town? I said, yeah. And he says, well, get used to it. And he hangs up. And that's true. So fast forward to now where I have some outside space and I have sun for the first time because we had a lot of shade where we were and a lot of deer. So I couldn't grow any vegetables and things like that. So now where we are, I have that ability. We have a nice back and a patio and all of that.
You do know I know where you're going
in sun. Okay. and no deer. There's no deer for whatever reason. Knock on wood, we don't have a deer.
It's a gated community. They're not allowed in.
But we have chipmunks. And so this year
we had chipmunks, but we did have chipmunks.
We had chipmunks
a lot
in
of
Livingston.
Chipmunks at 6 Melrose. But we couldn't grow
As
the fruits
cute
and
as those little
vegetables.
things are, I would like to destroy all of them. Because, now that I have sunshine and a place to grow greenery and try to do it, the chipmunks have had it in for me. So I thought I had them beat, but I didn't. And I'm actually giving up. And I'll start again next year, right? So my last resort was to get an enclosure for my tomato plants. And
So it looks like a big mosquito netting
right.
around the plants.
Right. So
For the strawberries and the
here's our
tomatoes.
patio camera that I have.
Oh,
I
love
have a shot for you guys. All
Isn't
right.
that beautiful?
If you didn't believe me. So this is our patio camera, and that white netting cube that you see
I didn't know you were
there,
gonna show it.
okay,
Oy.
is the patio, is the tomato plant and 2 strawberry plants. And those mother effers chewed right through
So I'm
the
sorry,
netting.
Robert, because we got like 3
And
ripe
if you look
tomatoes
closely,
before
you
they
may, this is
came.
live right now on our patio.
You might see a chipmunk.
You might very well see a chipmunk out there or 2 climbing inside the netting on the patio.
It's frustrating. Can we move
It is
on?
beyond frustrating.
Okay, I'd rather talk about happier things.
So-
I'm sorry, because you know what? You really have an amazing green thumb.
Yeah.
And we did yield like 3 to 5 red tomatoes.
Yes.
We haven't seen one
wonderful.
in like over a month.
Because they're eating them.
It's crazy.
They're eating them.
Okay, so first of all, I hope.
So I think I'm giving up at this point. Better luck next
You're
year.
not one to give up either.
And well, what am I going to do?
But you did give it a shot.
What am I going to
because you
do?
kept
Encase it in steel? I
Wait,
mean,
and then you bought this other device, this alarm, which everyone keeps saying, would you
no,
shut
no,
that
it's not an
off?
alarm. It's an ultrasonic device you plug in. It's meant like to deter elephants, from your property, and it's got this really high pitch. No, it's meant. Well, a couple of the modes are meant like if you own a warehouse.
Uh-huh.
So it's like it says like if no humans are present, use this setting. So I had it so the kids, every time I open the sliding door to the backyard, they writhe in pain because of
you know what you
the
didn't
high
show them in
frequency
that
sound.
shot?
What?
I don't know how much further you can show, but
What?
What is beyond?
Oh, the view.
The
Well,
view.
we'll bring them more shots, but I think it's, I mean, come on, Holly, look at me. Look what I'm bringing them live shots.
I have to tell you, you always
the tomato plant.
You impress me
To the
in
tomato
real time.
plant in real time.
Real time. So, well, now you see it a little better. Now you can see
You'll
beyond.
say, well, that's the 11th hole back there. That's the 11th tee.
Tell of what's it called?
Pebble Beach.
No, it's not. What is it? That
Pinchbrook.
Pinchbrook, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we live in Florham Park now, just in case any of you didn't know. It was funny because I ran into 2 Livingston friends yesterday when I was in Livingston in CVS, and they said, "Oh, right, you don't live here anymore." It's like weird, but not, because we've been here a year and it's been amazing.
But we do. There's a few Livingston people.
But Stephen, I ran into him in Pastoz's, and he says he's in Florham Park all the time. But I was always in Florham Park all the time. I came to Trader Joe's.
That's why I said.
I came to Columbia Tennis, which is now Senate Court.
It's like we didn't move, really.
We're actually
we didn't
closer
change
to parts of Route 10 that we used to be.
Right. But we didn't have to change anything.
No, we love it.
We
love it. So, by the way, not only did we move to a community that we are beyond happy about, which is really what we inspire all of you to do, follow your heart and do what makes you happy, because that's the most important thing anybody tuning into this should know. And even through it, even if there are obstacles, okay, you can get to where you want to go. But I will tell you, talking about getting to where you want to go, I know Robert, 32 years. Okay? 32 years.
You say so.
Okay, we met in 1991. Math, easy, 32 years. I have always been pretty active. And yes, Stephen said, lots of great food in stores up and down Ridgedale Avenue. Yeah. So we really are exploring, not only, I'm going to come back to what else we've been doing, but I have to tell you that what's so cool is we used to always go to Montclair. I mean, we always went everywhere. Okay. We went to Montclair. We went to Madison, but now we're going to Madison more, Morristown more, Chatham more.
It's not
only Ridgehill Avenue on
pushing
on
us in the other
24.
direction.
So, because we'll go
Sorry.
anywhere. We love to explore new places to eat and to shop.
But it's funny because this area, like Morristown, was not a place foreign to us. It just was kind of on the other side of
yes,
the space where we would generally go.
It's just weird that we didn't necessarily. We went there. We definitely went there. We went to Mayo Pack. We went to Morristown occasionally. We went for our foot, massages and I mean, we went into town.
Well, Century 21 used to be there.
Yes,
right?
yes. So I want to go back to 32 years. I know Robert, right?
Yes.
And I've always wanted to play a sport with him. And honestly, you don't know what you don't know, because pickleball is such a new craze. So my sister-in-law Mindy bought me this fabulous T-shirt, which I love.
Yes, but it's not new. It's like
no, I know it's not new. It's new to us. It's new to us. So what we did this spring, we took a clinic together, and the best part of all is that where we live, there are 2 pickleball courts, and I'm part of a group text. Well, we are, but Robert hates group texts. So
we start almost every day.
Oh my God. Pickleball. It is, we are moving.
We're
in the sun, so we got kissed by the sun. Right?
What they call the farmer's tan. Look at that. Look how funny
it's unbelievable. I know. Well, I have actually, if I mean, it's from all my tank tops. That's all. But anyways, love pickleball. Okay. My sister-in-law introduced it to me and said, you're going to love it. So she bought me this T-shirt and she told us about pickleball, but I never thought, honestly, not only did he not think he would be playing it, I didn't think he'd ever be playing something with this with me. And we have met so many wonderful people. Yes, Judy, all of our new friends.
You're asking for trouble.
Oh, I'm teasing. I love Judy. You know it. Okay. Let me tell you something. We value our friends, our relationships.
Some of our
We've
friends.
Met some
Some of our friends tease us.
Like we moved far away.
And what used to take them 90 seconds to get to our house now takes them 15 minutes. That, I don't consider that moving.
No. So hi, Jesse.
Right. Jesse's had a wedding.
Yeah.
He was watching.
Have fun.
One of my video friends.
So the other thing is we haven't come live, but because we've been working on lots of things behind the scenes, something that's coming up for Robert, which is like the 4th year, which is wild, is
Harlem Week.
So that's from August 5th to.
Oh, it officially kicks off on the 10th.
Oh, okay.
But for a lot of.
There's a pre-event.
Well, for a lot of what we're going to distribute live during Harlem Week, there's a lot of content that we pre-produce, especially the panels. We've got a lot of really great panels.
So you just have to find that on the website. You just have to
go harlemweek.com. So those will all be released throughout Harlem Week.
And then there's a schedule on the website.
Correct, the schedule.
And
so you'll see all that.
I mean, Robert always goes live.
So there was a really great panel that I produced the other night that you'll see.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's hip hop and fashion.
Well, let me just tell you something. Rewind a bit. So I love fashion. I love everything about fashion. I even with the New York Police and Fire. I don't remember. We went to an event that was a fashion event. And of course, the Wedding Podcast Network, we had fashion events. So it's kind of cool, the fashion. And let me tell you something. I know the fashion you're talking about because since we've also been with you guys, we went to Cleveland. We took a road trip to see friends of ours, and we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was the second time we were at this fantastic museum. We were visiting our friends Kathy and Rami. But what was so awesome was we went back to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Robert got tickets because he even got.
It just happened just timing wise.
What, the 150th?
It's the 50th? So this is the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
So wait.
So it's the Hip Hop at 50 exhibit at the Rock and Roll Hall
of
Fame.
And they were curating the fashion.
And it was very interesting because at the end of the panel the other night, just as we were wrapping up, I was talking to a couple of the participants that were still kind of hanging around. And, I said, we were just at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the release of the exhibit. And I said, that exhibit was more
Fashion
about the fashion
anything
than the
else.
music.
That's right.
That's right. Really was, and I was surprised.
I
was
it was
really
unexpected.
surprised.
It was unexpected.
But it was great. I mean, to be able to the costumes and
they curated it was a beautiful exhibit, and I highly recommend if you're going to Cleveland or going through Cleveland, go.
But what they talked about in the panel, and I encourage you to watch this.
Oh, yes.
Is just how the fashion really came from the streets, from the neighborhood,
right?
From one of Big Daddy Kane was one of the panelists, and he's a old school hip hop artist, rapper. He was on, and he was talking about his father and how his father used to dress in 3-piece suits and with hats, and how people would always comment about how fly he was and how he dressed, and how it was huge part of the culture and of the movement.
First of all, I find
and it came right. It wasn't like designers came in and said, "Oh, let's create these." No, it was born from the streets, from the music, from the artists themselves, and it was great. And I said to them at the end, I said, "This has to be a series." I said, "You're really just scratching the surface here."
That's a great idea.
It has to be a
series. I agree with you. Well, people are hungry for, especially when you love music, right? And then there's so much more that surrounds the music. I mean, a little bit of a tangent, but related thing about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was thinking about, we were just listening to a podcast, Julia Louis-Dreyfus's Wiser Than Me, and she had Darlene Love on. And Darlene Love was a backup singer for Bruce Springsteen. And among many. Right. And she also mentioned that about this 20 Feet from Stardom. And I'm thinking, it's so cool to listen to one thing and you learn about another. And then I go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she was the first. Wait, there was something. Was she the first African-American that was inducted? Or woman? Maybe first African-American woman that was inducted?
I don't know. I don't know what her...
I don't remember the exact...
claim to Hall of Fame.
But it was
there. But the film was great.
Oh, my God. Highly recommend watching 20 Feet from Stardom. All about the backup singer. And you know what? You are going to have a totally new viewpoint and appreciation for the backup singer.
Let's check in on the patio camera and see if we can spot any chipmunks running through my protective barrier that now has at least 4 holes that I saw.
Wait, I mean, really?
And I really, and it's bumming me out.
Listen, I hope
it's bumming me out.
Well, let me tell you something. Cindy's garden and Martha's garden, thriving.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
They must have something special
to talk to Bill
to keep the animals out.
Have to talk to Bill.
Okay, because I think there are ways.
Well, I don't know.
They're yielding so much fruit and vegetables.
I think
it's extraordinary.
I need to get a gel gun.
Okay, so I will say, this year. I mean, I know we came to it maybe a few months ago. I can't remember the last time, but I will tell you, this year has been one of the most special years ever.
It has.
For me, for you, and for us. And I have to tell you, Alex moved home from Connecticut after living there for 2 years. And we have been with our family a lot, which has been so, I don't know, it really, my heart, I'm full. I feel very fulfilled, and my heart is full. I'm so grateful to be so close with our family and be able to play cards with them, and you grill, and we just hang out. And the best part is Alex being with Lindsay and Elliot. I love that.
Yeah, they've been spending a lot of time together, which is really
rock climbing
really nice.
and cooking, and it makes me so happy. So I'm sure any of you that are parents out there can relate to that. So we hope you're having the most amazing summer ever. It's going mighty fast. It's already the 21st, which is a little too fast for my taste, but
Oh, the summer. I don't mind the winter going
it just
fast.
zooms by. I don't care. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Honestly, I am just happy to be by your side.
Oh, thank you.
It's true.
Thank you.
It's very true.
Thank you.
So,
My girl.
we will be coming live much more often. We really hope if any of you out there really enjoy.
Well, we have a lot of exciting things coming.
Yeah, but if
so
you enjoy your taste of Holli and Robert, personally
and you just can't
or professionally, feel free to just tell friends to follow, because this way they're in the know of what's to come, and we are real excited about what's next.
Okay.
That was a little
little
trip,
tease.
but not everybody knows.
Is that a chipmunk? No.
So I'm gonna wish everybody an amazing weekend, a happy Friday, a Shabbat Shalom, and I hope you're all healthy, happy, doing your favorite things, having your favorite ice cream. If that's your thing, I love ice cream. Haven't had that much this
touching
summer.
your favorite person.
No, always touch your favorite person. I love touching mine. Hold hands with someone special. And you know what? I said this before, and I'll say it again.
And again.
And again. And again. Text someone right now and just say, hi, I love you. I'm thinking of you. You know, just somebody, family, friend, work colleague. I promise you, it'll not only make you feel good, it will brighten their day, their weekend, their month. Really, do it.
And if you've left comments on any of the streams, because we don't see the comments on all the streams,
we're gonna go back and look.
We'll go back and look. But so don't stop commenting if we don't.
Oh no! And if you have anything special that you would like us to talk about, personally or professionally, don't hesitate to reach out, because really anything goes.
Well, within reason.
Oh no.
Robert. What do you mean? Oh no.
I'm not talking about private stuff. I'm talking about stuff that's relatable
anything,
and relevant.
Almost anything goes.
Mostly everything. And especially if it's about pickleball. I love you guys. I love you the most. Give me a kiss.
Another one?
Oh, I'm going to make you give me lots of them for the rest of today.
All right.
Tomorrow's the 22nd. Tomorrow's a year and a month. A year and a month that we're here. I can't. I believe it.
Well, last year this time we were like there was dust.
There was a lot to do.
And painting and sanding.
There was a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay. But everything we did, I love.
Wasn't this?
And you know something? It's worth waiting for. Anything that you really don't settle. That's what I got to say. Yes. Don't settle. Okay. And don't settle with the people that are in your life.
Right. That's why Holli could have been married at 19.
I couldn't be.
And she waited 10 years.
You are my soulmate.
10 long years.
I believe, I just said it to someone.
I know.
I think I told Bobby. I said, just recently, I said, yeah, it was Bobby when we were having lunch. I said, I know that you and I were meant to be. I know that was why we met when we met.
Right. One last peek to see if we see any
I love
chipmunks
that. I love
on
that
the patio camera. We'll put this camera in different spots around
the house
for next time, so that you can have
because it's not only about the chipmunk people.
Well, maybe we should do.
But Robert welcomes your tips in the comments about keeping chipmunks away. If you've been successful,
there is. I believe me. I've
right.
checked.
Don't
the
you
Google
think
machine.
You're boring everybody with this by now? And you know I don't like that word. Right? Not chipmunk. Boring. I love you.
I love you.
Mm-hmm. Happy weekend.
See ya.